We are disrupting patterns. Welcome to the Sparkle Podcast for Mamas. You may be a single mom doing her best to rise above adversity. You may be married, working at home, homeschooling, or wanting to homeschool your babies. Either way, girl, you are showing up daily and doing your best, and I'm proud of you. So on this podcast, we are going to have real conversations. We are going to be opening up on real life, real time situations that moms go through. We are literally going to relate with each other on all the things that come up on a daily, weekly, monthly, and annual basis. We are going to tackle situations head on, get real about them, and give you strategic, intentional action steps to take so you can conquer and overcome. You will rise and sparkle. Hey, my name is Portia Franklin. I'm a wifey, entrepreneur, and homeschooling mama raising kingdom warriors. And I'm encouraging moms to do the same as we love and lead ourselves well. So let's go. We believe in God and we pray in the name of Jesus. Hello, Sparkle Podcast. Welcome. It is Thursday. It is an amazing day, and I'm so excited to kind of open up the podcast to more frequent episodes, if you will. So I'm recording this today, and I'm just coming off the fly, off the cuff with some amazing, I am having the most amazing month. I'm having so much breakthrough. As you may have heard if you've listened to a few episodes, that I'm just really going deep right now as far as like inner healing, the heart stuff, the mindset stuff. I started this podcast. It was a huge leap for me just because I have such a heart for women. I have a heart for mothers. I have a heart to teach and help and inspire and motivate, and all of the things. And so I've just really wanted to take the step and say, you know what, I believe in me doing that. And then just the consistency. Consistency is key. And I really am working on that. That's something, if I'm completely honest and transparent with you, I'm working on being consistent. And so throughout my life, I don't know why consistency has eluded me, but it has. And so here we are working on the habit, working it out. And I'm so excited. I've been fairly consistent with the podcast, besides when my kids broke bones and I had a little hiatus in the middle of it. So yes, let's talk. I want to talk really, really quickly just about being okay with where you are and understanding that where you are is exactly where you need to be. And that just God is so strategic and God is so good. And if you're willing to go there and say, you know what, I'm going to stop fighting. I'm going to stop resisting. And because I did that for so long of I want to be there. You see where you want to be, but where you actually need to be is where you are. And so that can cause a lot of frustration. It can cause a lot of negative mindset thinking of well, I'm not good enough because I'm not there. And my skill set is not where it needs to be, and you doubt yourself and all of the things. And so I just want to tell you right now, if you're listening to this and you're in a frustration and you're wanting to be somewhere where you're not, I want you to just be I want to just give you permission to be okay, and maybe you're okay to be it's okay not to be okay, and go, okay, well, if I'm not where I want to be, why am I here? It's a really great question to ask yourself. What's stopping me? What's holding me back? What are my blind spots? It's called a blind spot. You have blind spots, and it's called a blind spot because you can't see it. And so if you're lucky enough, if you're blessed enough to have people in your life to call out those blind spots and bring awareness to them for you and do it with love and honor, then that is such a blessing. And I just, come on, thank you for people to be loving to help you grow and be better, right? So where are you in your life of the journey? I mean, it's a journey. And I've said it before, you may have heard, you're going into something, coming out of something, or about to go into something. And life is happening for all of us. And it's in the adversity that we really find where our character is. And It's not in the easy breezy days that we're like, oh my gosh, I am the most amazing person. It's like when you actually have something that comes against you that you're like, I actually am an amazing person because I just didn't fold like a deck chair. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm strong and courageous. Or you find out, whoa, I folded. I folded like a deck chair. I can use some character building. And it takes honesty with ourselves to see that and to acknowledge that and go, I need help. I really need help in this area because I'm not standing strong. I am folding. And maybe you don't want to be like that, right? Like I have seen things in my personal life of going, yeah, that character trait, I'm not really interested in that. That's an objective, like I object. I object to that right now because I'm not interested in actually continuing to be like that or think like that or perform like that, right? And it's not even about like a performance where you're performing for acknowledgement, but it's a performance where you're proud of yourself. Are you proud of that? And that's where I've come to a place in my life because of the trauma of the life that I've come from and experienced as a child and as an adult, things that I'm like, wow. The reactions that I give because of the things that I've been through. So, honestly, I just lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, so rude. Shoot. Anyways, that's where I was. Hello. It's not performance out of like getting attention or affirmation. It's actually fixing what characteristics that you don't like. Okay, that's that. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I am excited that I started a workshop. I'm working through it. Maybe you've gone through like counseling or, you have somebody speaking into your life in areas, but I just want to encourage you, getting help shows how strong you really are. Somebody that says, I need help, shows strength and courage. People that deny the fact that they need help are weak, period. If you have ever experienced saying, I need help, then bravo, hats off to you. But if you have known somebody or you yourself had said, I'm not going to ask for help, I'm going to do it on my own, like there's something that you're hiding from potentially. There is a shame that's wrapped up in that thing that you don't want to ask help for. And it's unhealthy. It causes you to have an unhealthy mindset. It causes you to act out in ways that are unhealthy. It causes very bad habits that you act out in. And it's true for everyone. And it's true for me too, where I was like, no, I'm going to figure this out on my own. And it caused me a lot of pain that I didn't need to go through. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't willing to look at my stuff and get help. I tried to do it on my own, and it caused some toxic stuff. And I'm just so excited that I've come to a place and really have amazing family in my life to support me in the journey of inner healing and healing. And it truly is whether you're a believer or not, I'm not sure where you're at on that path, but I know that there is a spiritual world that is in full effect, and there is a demonic world that wants to kill, steal, and destroy you. And whether you are willing to look at that or not, then you're going to be able to see and equip yourself for the battle that it's going to take to conquer the things that are trying to take you down. The things that are trying to take you down, whether you know it or not, are spiritual aspects. We do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but rather against principalities and the evil one who's trying to destroy us. So if you're willing to look at that, like it's in the toxic habits, it's in the potential drug use or alcoholism or the bad relationships that you keep going to, the toxic gossip, the bad mindsets, the self-doubt, all of that, the negative habits that are wrapped up in that spiritual battle that we are fighting. So whether you want to look at it or not, there is a spiritual battle going on. And I just pray that if you're listening to this, I'm walking through and I'm fighting the good fight. You know what I'm saying? And so my ultimate goal is to encourage and inspire women to look at the stuff and clean it up with actionable steps, and tools. And so whatever that looks like for you, if you're experiencing stuff, like, I really encourage you to look into the spiritual side of what you're facing and what's trying to come against you, because you are created for a great purpose. You are beautiful. You are uniquely and wonderfully made. And yes, there is an enemy that wants to take you out. Especially if you're a woman listening to this, the devil hates women. He wants, and I laugh, like, and I don't mean to be like so heavily lighthearted, if that even makes sense, but like, he's out to take out women because we bear life and we bear great fruit with life that comes from us. And so you can see the attack against children, you can see the attack against women is so heavy because it's the future. You are the future. I have 4 children. I've had a very, I've gone through a lot with my first 2 children, that it was a lot. And now with my 2 children that I had in a really great situation, still there's stuff, you know what I'm saying? That I'm more aware of stuff today than I was before, which I'm so thankful. But you are life-bearing women. And there is nothing more than what the enemy wants us to take you down, for you to unbelieve that you are greater, that you have greater purpose and all of the things. He wants to keep you down in a lie that says someone can do it better. I am just, I'm going to do my job and I'm going to, live a common life. But you're actually called to be uncommon and to make a difference. And whether that is for 10 million people or 10 people, it is influence that you have in your immediate sphere of people that you can touch, whether it's on social media, in your workplace, at school, in your home. Like, you are called to make a difference. And so I want you to believe in yourself. Like, this is a tangent conversation right now, but it's like, I'm kind of all over the place, and that's fine. If you're tracking with me, awesome. Let me know. Take a screenshot and let me know that you're tracking with me and that you resonate with something. But the ultimate goal that I want you to know is that I know personally that there has been an attack on my life to try to bring me down, to try to make me believe that I haven't been good enough. And it took me 2 years to make this podcast, like a year and a half, 2 years to get this podcast out. And like, why? Why did it take so long? Why? Because I didn't believe in myself and I didn't think I was good enough to talk to you. And that is a lie from the pit. Okay? Hello, we all have a story and we have something to share. Will you have the courage to share your story? Will you have the courage to fight the good fight? Will you have the courage to look inward and go, you know what? I object to that thought. I object to that habit. I want to change it and I'm going to find help. Are you going to be courageous and stand for what is good and right? Or will you go on living the common life and just ignore those red flags, ignore those little things? And some of them are so small and mundane things that don't really make a difference, but ultimately in the end are going to make a huge difference. Are you going to be willing to look at that stuff? Can you be brave? Can you be brave to lead yourself well, love yourself enough to rise and shine for the glory of the Lord? Can you do it? Will you do it? So that's my tangent today. That's my Sparkle Podcast moment today, is like, oh my gosh, there is so much more on the other side of courage. There's so much more on the other side of believing in ourselves. And I just want to smash unbelief. I want to smash doubt, and I want to just smash anything that is coming against women to try to keep them down and not amazing, because you are amazing. You're amazing. So, yes, I hope you've enjoyed this episode for today, on today, that is just speaking right to the thing, that thing. So if it's speaking to that thing in you, let me know. Take a screenshot, tag me on Instagram, Portia.Franklin, and I am having mom wins. So I'm going to announce it soon, but I have a goal. I'm going to have a goal. I'm going to have a giveaway coming up. So if you're a mom and you have a mom win that you want to share, please submit it to me. You can go to my Instagram highlights, and under mom wins, you can submit your mom win to me, and I'm going to save it, and I'm going to announce it later. But I'm going to do something really, really fun for a handful of mamas, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited to celebrate myself with wins and celebrate you with wins, because we are winning and we are called to win. So let's stack some wins every single day, get better every day, and show up, love ourselves well, and lead ourselves well. So with that being said, have an amazing weekend. I can't wait to see you on Instagram. Hope you're following, and let me know what you think of the podcast so far by leaving a 5-star review. And I just appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Have an amazing day.